experience the awe and mystery which reaches from the deepest inner mind to the outer limits.
Somebody who says outrageous things, you know, just react like me, but it's so dumb.
I say I, like every American I'm speaking with, we're ill about this position that we have been put in, where it is the taxpayers looking to bail out. But ultimately, what the bailout does is help those who are concerned about the health care reform that is needed to help shore up our economy, helping the... It's got to be all about job creation, too, shoring up our economy and putting it back on the right track.
I'm just a bill. Yes, I'm only a bill.
So healthcare reform and reducing taxes and reining in spending has got to accompany tax reductions and tax relief for Americans.
Yada, yada, yada.
And trade, we've got to see trade as opportunity, not as a competitive, scary thing, but 1 in 5 jobs being created in the trade sector today. We've got to look at that as more opportunity. All those things under the umbrella of job creation. This bailout is a part of that.
Every form of witchcraft is what you rebuke in the name of Jesus.
I'll get you, my pretty.
Father, make a way now.
Well, I'll tell you, you know, the oil companies are our partners, and Senator McCain's wrong on that issue, that we will have sound, safe oversight of industry. And we've got to keep an eye on Russia.
Now on to the hardest part of in this plan.
And that is?
We're going to take Washington.
Darling, that's not hard.
No.
Look at headline.
Boston takes Washington 7-2.
Anybody can take Washington.
For Russia to have exerted such pressure in terms of invading a smaller democratic country, they're our next door neighbors, and you can actually see Russia from land here in Alaska.
In favor of putting Georgia and Ukraine into NATO?
Ukraine, definitely, yes. Yes, and Georgia. Putin thinks otherwise. Obviously, he thinks otherwise.
And under the NATO treaty, wouldn't we then have to go to war if Russia went into Georgia?
Perhaps so. It's funny that a comment like that was kind of made to, I don't know, you know, reporters.
Mocked?
Yeah, mocked, I guess that's the word, yeah.
Well, explain to me why that enhances your foreign policy credentials.
Well, it certainly does, because our next door neighbors are foreign countries. They're in the state that I am the executive of. And
have you ever been
Russia.
Involved with any negotiations, for example, with the Russians?
We have trade missions back and forth. We do. As Putin rears his head and comes into the airspace of the United States of America, where do they go? It's Alaska. It's just right over the border. It is from Alaska that we send those out to make sure that an eye is being kept on this very powerful nation, Russia, because they are right there. They are right next to our state.
It's like a really bad Disney movie. You know, the hockey mom, you know, oh, I'm just a hockey mom from Alaska, and she's the president, and it's like she's facing down Vladimir Putin. Crazy. I mean, did she really? I need to know if she really thinks dinosaurs were here 4,000 years ago. That's an important, I want to know that. I really do, because she's going to have the nuclear codes.
I'll try to find you some and I'll bring them to you.
You really can't take him, you know, you really can't take umbrage at what he says or what he does, because after all, he's a moose. What do you expect from a moose?
is the